Hello everyone, this is Robyn. Welcome to my Nothing's Better Than online class video tutorial. I'm so happy that you signed up for this class. If you're new to my classes, welcome. These are a very relaxed setting and environment, so go ahead and grab your favorite treat and your favorite drink and get comfortable. I want you to imagine that you're in my pink loft with me and we're stamping these cards together. Okay, so there were 3 different options to sign up for this class. All 3 options include my class packet of materials. Option number 1, you ordered with the pre-order link, and I sent you the bundle along with the cinnamon cider ink pad. You may have subbed something out if you already owned it, or you may have upgraded to with the Bermuda Bay ink pad. Option number 2 was you ordered directly on my shopping page with the class host code, and I sent you the class material packet. And then option number 3 is for those on my team of pink stampers, and I offer the option where you can just pre-order the team packet or the class packet, and then you can order everything else from yourself with your discount. If you're interested in learning more about joining my team and having access to all of my online classes, you can just reach out to me. I also have the information in the description of this video. Okay, so let's go ahead and hop right in and get started. I'm going to open up my material packet. I'm going to carefully pull this all out. Okay, so this is our Nothing's Better Than Online class, July 2020. At the very top, you'll have your envelopes that you can stamp up and design however you would like. And I'll just set those aside. We are going to start with the top project right here. And you get to make 2 of each of the designs, and I'll just be making 1 of them. Feel free to pause it or forward to the end, whatever you would like to do. If you want to see the projects beforehand, you can just go all the way to the end. I like to be surprised when I'm making my projects, so I typically don't do that, but I know some of you like to do that. All right, so for this pack, you're going to have 2 of everything except for this quarter sheet of Bermuda Bay. It's not really a quarter sheet, it's actually 4 by 5 1/4. I have all of the, I'm sorry, I forgot to show you guys that. Start talking so fast that I forget things. At the very bottom of the class packet, you'll find our supply list with the sizes and the item codes. You can just file this away if you'd like to recreate these later and you want to cut out the paper, the cardstock. So you'll have this piece here, this piece here. You're just going to have 1 of each. You'll have 2 of each of these. I'm going to go ahead and just divide them into 2. And then you'll have 1 each of the different designer series paper. I'll set that aside. Okay, now for this one, we're going to be making the coffee card. So you'll grab the coffee part that you're going to stamp on the inside. And you're going to have this piece. Let me find them. And then you're going to have a day without coffee. You're going to grab the coffee. Did I grab that one? Yes, coffee. And then a day without. Let me find it. A day without. And I have an empty one over here. Okay. And then you're going to have the sentiment that says, is like, no kidding, I have no idea. So I'm not a coffee drinker, but I know a lot of you enjoy coffee. I like hot drinks. I like hot cocoa, hot cider. Peppermint tea is my favorite herbal tea that there is out there. So whatever you like to make, I thought that this would be a great one. This class was designed by my good friend Allison Okamitsu. She's a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Canada. So we want to thank her for her beautiful designs. We work together and create classes for each other, just so you can get a variety when you're making your projects. Okay, so we're going to be stamping first on, let's see. Okay, we'll keep these one and put these aside for a second. We're gonna stamp on this piece here, but first we're going to cut this. So if you don't have a paper trimmer, you'll wanna just take a pair of scissors and draw a line. This is going to be about 1 inch up, and then we're just going to have it go gradually like that. There's no right or wrong way to do this one. It's just going to be an added angle. So I'm going to take it about maybe 3/4 of an inch and kind of just go up like this, and you'll have enough to do 2. So once you cut it, it should be pretty close to each other. Okay, it doesn't really matter which is which. So we're gonna grab one of those, and I'm setting the other aside. And now we're going to grab our background paper, and we're gonna grab our extra piece of Whisper White right here. And then I'm grabbing Bermuda Bay to start out with. And we're going to take the outline of the cup, and we're just going to stamp our background. And this is so fun. I love making my own backgrounds. I just feel like it's so therapeutic. It's just such a great feeling. Look at this. Stamping, stamping, stamping. Okay, so I'm going to set that aside. Now I'm going to take this piece here, and all we need is 1 cup for each card. So you'll have extra, and I'm going to set this aside. That's all I need that for. Now I'm going to use the solid cup, and I'm going to ink it up, and then I'm going to stamp it off on my background paper, and I'm just going to stamp it on here like that. Just gives a lighter version. And then I'll set this aside, and I think that's all we need this one for now. For now. Now take the other piece that's similar in size. You just don't want to get these two intermingled. And we are going to stamp the words in black, "A Day Without," up at the top, right here, "A Day Without." And then we're going to stamp the other sentiment at the bottom right here. Okay, right there, and set those aside. And then now we're going to take our Cinnamon Cider, which is a brand new color in the Stampin' Up! Year. They introduce 5 new colors a year, and they are in the catalog for 2 years. So this one will only be available for 2 years. We're going to stamp the word coffee. We're going to stamp it right here, just right there. Set that aside. Okay, now we can start putting this together, but we are going to be using the dies, the die that goes around this cup for this one. So that's this one right here. And I'm going to grab the new Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. And I'll go ahead and open this up. This will be available September 1st if you don't have a cutting machine yet. It's available now to demonstrators. So if you're thinking of joining my team, you can also just purchase this in your starter kit. It's a great time to get it. Okay, so I'm going to add sandwich 1, sandwich 2, sandwich 3, and then I'm going to put it in between sandwich 3 and 3. I'm going to put this right here, and then I will just run this through. There we go. And then I can just set this aside for now. We'll use it again for the next project. Okay, set that aside and use this for the other project as well. Okay, so now we can put this beautiful card together. We're going to start with our card base. Actually, we're not on this one. I'm not going to fold that one yet. Let's go ahead and take this piece right here. And what we're going to do, let me see, I think there's something I forgot to do on here. We are also going to take from our stamps this steam coming up. So grab that one. And that's why I had my small stamp out. I thought, why do I have this out? So this is going to go on here, and I'm going to have this coming up behind it. So I am going to take my black, and I am going to stamp off on that background paper so it's a lighter color, and then I'm going to have it kind of coming up behind it. Okay, so it's kind of like a gray-ish color. Now I'm going to turn this over, and I'm grabbing my Stampin' Seal Plus. We have our new seal and our new Seal Plus adhesives. They're amazing, love them. And I'm just going to add that on here onto the Cinnamon Cider paper. Okay, now take our piece right here that has our brick, and we're going to be adding this right on here. I hope you guys are able to follow me today. I think I might be, hopefully I'm not all over the place. Had some little setbacks. I went to start filming, and then our solar panels were being installed and finished today, so they showed up right when I was filming, and then I couldn't film when they were right outside my door, so I got a little thrown off. So I'm going to add this right here, and then I'm going to be adding the strip right here, okay, and then we're going to cut it off from behind with just a pair of scissors. So I'm not going to run my adhesive all the way to the end. I'm just going to run it from here to here, okay, just on there. Now I can flip it over, and I'm going to grab my paper snips and just snip it so it's even. And I can also snip off that and snip this. Okay, perfect. Now I'm going to fold this piece in half. This is our card base. It's our nice thick Whisper White cardstock that I love so much. Fold this over. And now we can go ahead and add this piece on here. Look at that. Isn't that a fun background idea? So I'll go ahead and add adhesive on all 4 sides. Okay. And now make sure it's opening the right way. Add this on here. Oops. Okay. And now I'm going to go ahead and take one of our Stampin' Dimensionals, and I want to pop up the coffee cup. I'm going to add that right here where the steam's coming up, and then I'm going to turn this over. And you can use, if you have some of our foam adhesive strips, this is a really good size piece of cardstock. I'm just going to grab 6 dimensionals. And oops, I'm going to add this right in the center with the dimensional backing. That'll probably end up on my foot later today, my sock. Okay, there's card number 1. So cute. Okay, let's move on to card number 2. We're going to grab this stack here that should be next in your pile. This one's going to be a cookie card. So let me tell you which stamps you're going to be using for this one. We're going to be using the stamp Today's Plan Consuming. Did I grab that one? Today's plan is consume. Okay, consume cookies. We're going to be cutting those out. Let's grab the solid cookie image and then the cookie detailed image. And for this one, you will need a background piece of paper, so make sure it's nearby. We are going to be stamping off that a little bit. Okay, so for this one, we'll have 2 of everything except for on the top, you're going to have this piece of Coastal Cabana and this piece of Whisper White. Set those aside. And then we'll have 2 of each of the others. Okay. And I'll set that aside. And now we're going to be stamping first. So I'll go ahead and stamp. We're stamping in the black first. And Today's Plan, that's going to be just kind of up on the left. Whoops, I almost had an accident on there. Okay, and then now we're going to do something fun. Let me move these out of the way. We are going to, you will need your background paper for this. We're going to use the cookie, and we're going to take the detail, okay? And we are going to have the detail right here where the bite is kind of going in. That's going to be on here, right here, okay? And then it's also going to be up over here, all right? And then we're also on the extra piece of paper, we're going to go ahead and stamp 1 more of those. You're going to have extra paper because you only need that much. All right, so that's all of the detail cookie. And we're going to put that away. Now we'll grab our cinnamon cider ink again. And we'll grab the solid cookie. Now we want this to be a little bit lighter, so we'll go ahead and ink it up and then stamp it off first. And then I'm going to line this up here and just add that right there. So it's just a lighter cookie. And I'll do the same thing. Have this go in like this. There we go. Same thing. Oops, where did that go? There we go. All right, so I can set my stamps aside. That's all of the stamping. Now it's time to do the dies, the die work. And so for this one, we're going to be using, of course, the cookie shape, and then we're using the word cookies. This one's going to have some little pieces, so just be careful when we're taking that out. Okay, I'll just bring this over here. And put my sandwiches back in there like I have them. Okay, so I'm gonna grab this, and then I'm gonna grab my Coastal Cabana, because that's where I want the word cookies on there. Okay, so I'll just put this on here. I probably could have given you a smaller piece, but I like to give you extra pieces just in case. You just never know. You might have a boo-boo and have to do it again. All right, so I'm going to do that the best that I can, and then I'm going to hold it down and run it through. Okay, and then the detail, I'm going to run that through as well. Okay, set that aside. Go ahead and, oh, look at how well that just stayed right on the right on the plate for me. Okay, so I'll just set this aside for the next project, and I'll take my cookie as well, my shape. Put that over here. Set that aside. Okay, now I'm going to carefully take this off here. Now I just want this one little teeny tiny dot for the eye. We'll see if I can do it. Okay, it doesn't matter which side it is, and I'm going to push all of the other little pieces out. This new machine cuts a little bit tighter than the Big Shot, and so I don't have to go back and forth a million times for all the precision cuts. Maybe some I'll have to do that a couple times, but I don't have to on this detailed die. All right, let's put this card together. So I'm going to go ahead and just leave the cookies right there, and I'm going to turn this over, get my card base going right here. I'm going to go ahead and layer everything up. It makes it a little bit easier to put together. I'm going to take this piece here, and I'm going to run my adhesive. My roll is almost empty. Okay. And this is an embossed piece of cardstock, so I like to use adhesive on all 4 sides when it's embossed, like that. Okay, and this one's just going to go right on here. This embossing folder wanted to make it fold up, so just make sure you get it down and really burnish it. Okay, now we're going to take these 2 strips, and they're just going to go back behind the paper, so just add a little adhesive to the top one will be your cinnamon cider, and it's going to kind of go a little bit down. It's not exactly in the middle, it's a little bit down further. And then I'm going to add a little on here. And this one is going to go right here, and I'm not really going to layer it over the top. I just want it to be right underneath it. Okay, now we're going to take this cookie here, and I'm going to pop it up a little bit. I'm going to take a dimensional, and I'm going to pop this up on the bottom right here. And then this is just going to kind of stick off the top like this. Just kind of like so many cookies, so little time. Now we're going to take the word cookies. Now if you want to grab a background piece of paper, if you have a stamping sponge available, and then your liquid glue, I am using, I have to do that so I can throw it away after I use it a bunch. I'm using our multi-purpose glue. I'm just going to do a little bit on my sponge. It's probably plenty right there. And then I'm going to turn the cookies over, the detailed, and I'm just going to kind of sponge it on here. We'll need this for the last card as well. Okay, and now I'll just put this right here. Cookies. Isn't that fun? And now I'm going to take carefully, I think what I'll do is just take a little tiny dot and dot right where that's supposed to be. And then I'm going to carefully lift this up and put this on here and hold it down. I did it, yay! Okay, so I'm gonna let that sit for just a second while it sets, because I don't want it to transfer over if there's any that hasn't dried yet. Okay, perfect. I'm gonna turn this over. Now I'm going to grab 4 or 5, let's do 5. Let's add 1 in the center just for fun. Just for fun, you can never use too many dimensionals. Okay. And here we go. And I'm gonna add this right here on this right here. So there is your card number 2. Isn't that so super cute? Yay! All right, it's time for our final card. And it's this one right here. And you're going to have, let's see here. Let me put my lid on my glue before it dries on me. You're gonna have 2 of everything, except you'll have 1/4 sheet of Flirty Flamingo, and then you'll have 1 of each of these 2. We're gonna be using a little dies. We're using a lot of the intricate cuts on this one, so that's why I'm keeping my sponge out and my liquid glue, my multi-purpose liquid glue. Okay, you'll have 2 of the card base, 2 of the white embossed, 2 of the white square or rectangle, and then you'll have 2 of the Flirty Flamingo, and then you're going to have the different designer series paper. All right, so for our stamping for this one, we're going to be just using the chocolate and the chocolate. The chocolate and the chocolate. Do you know which one that is? Let me show you. We're using this one and this one. Okay, so we'll go ahead and for our stamping, we'll be stamping, we're gonna put this all over here. We're gonna be stamping on this piece of Whisper White right here. And we're going to be using Tuxedo Black or black. And I'm going to stamp this first like this. Okay, now if you want to, I think I'm gonna go ahead and for the cinnamon, we'll just do the full strength. If it's too dark, then I'll try it again, but I don't think it'll be too dark. Okay, we'll just line that up. Perfect! That looks so delicious. I love it. I want to gobble it up right now. Okay, so now for this one, we're gonna pull out, I'll pull out my machine. Just bring it over here, and then I am going to be cutting out that chocolate. And then I'm also, let me put this up here. I'm also going to be using this. I wonder if I can, I bet I could do all of it on here. Let's just do it all. Let's do it all, Robyn. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and fit that on there and that on there. Okay, so on the piece of chocolate, we're gonna have the word chocolate. So grab your word chocolate. Is that the word, is that chocolate? I don't think that's chocolate. Hold on 1 second. It didn't look like chocolate. Ooh, 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 ooh. Okay. This is kind of chocolate. Hold on 1 second. Love you more than, okay. I've got the coffee. We already used the cookies one, so we're gonna try this one for chocolate. Okay. It doesn't look like it. It actually looks like they gave me, no, it is, it's fine. Robyn, you're fine. You guys are like, no, it's good, Robyn. Okay, sorry. I thought for a second that they gave me a different one. Okay, so we are going to grab the Love You More Than. I just had it in my hand, and we're going to do this one right here. And then we need the chocolate, of course. Where did I put those? The chocolate right here. Okay. And we'll go ahead and add this, run this through. Okay, and just be very careful. Sorry, my surface is a little bit slippery on for my filming. Okay, so I'm gonna carefully bring these back, and we're gonna pull this all over here. Okay, you guys ready? All right, are we ready? Is it gonna be stuck on there? looks like it might just be. Okay. I'm gonna move my dies out of the way. For some reason, I thought that, I don't know, the dies didn't look right, but they're fine. They're great. They're perfect. And we will just wrap this up. So this is the chocolate. Let me go ahead and grab that out of there. Just be very careful because it is intricate. Okay, set that over on that side. And then I'm done with this die. I can put it over here. Great, doesn't look like there's any dots for eyes or anything like that. So it'll be great. It'll be perfect. Okay, that'll be more than. Okay. And then now if you have our take your pick tool, you can just poke out all of those. I just use my fingernail if I can. They seem to just come right out most of the time. Sometimes you'll get a stubborn one that doesn't want to come out. Okay, so chocolate. And I hope you guys are having a wonderful week. Hope your summer has been going well. Our summer ends Tuesday. Next week is the last day of summer and then school starts. I know some of you, if you have kids, your kids have already started school. And some of you are doing it home and some of you are, they're actually going to school. So I wish you all the best of luck with this new school year. It's gonna be something like nothing ever that we've ever experienced, but it'll be good. We'll figure it out. Okay, so let's go ahead and put this card together. I'm going to take this piece right here is where everything is happening. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the chocolate will go on the bottom. So let me go ahead and grab my liquid glue. Oops, and get that all set up. I'm gonna grab this and then squeeze it on here. Okay, and I'll just turn this over. Make sure it's not on the same spot that you already did this with another item. Okay, we'll just stick the chocolate down here at the bottom. Okay, love you more than chocolate, perfect. And then now I'm going to set these out. It's going to say love you. Put this in a different spot. I think I need to add a little bit more glue in just a second. That's barely enough for these. Okay, love, right here. All right, I'm gonna grab a little bit more glue on here. Love you, and I'm just gonna flip this over. Okay, just kind of pull it off this. Love you more. Okay, and it's on there. Love you more. And then I'm gonna add a little bit more right here. All right, I'm talking really soft. Toward the end of my videos, I get a little exhausted. So I start, I don't know what they're doing on my roof right now, but it has to do with the solar panels that we had installed, I'm sure. Okay, love you more than, and then of course we're gonna have our chocolate. We put my lid on, and I'm going to add these up with dimensionals, of course. Okay, I'm just gonna add one right here and then one over here. And so cute. It's gonna be so many cute projects you could use for Valentine's Day or any other holiday that you want. Okay, I'm gonna put this on here, right here. Okay, and then now we're gonna put the card base and the layers together. So I'll go ahead and fold this in half. And then we'll add, let's add these on first. We're gonna add this strip first. And that's going to go on the left side of this embossed background. And you can have a little bit of the white showing if you want. Okay, mine's crooked, it's okay, because that shows my friends and my family that I made them the project. It's handmade. I didn't buy it at the store, I made it myself. And I'm gonna add this right here. Okay, and now I'm gonna turn this over and I'm going to, there we go. There we go, and just do all four sides. I don't know what that is, but I'm keeping it on the back. It's just like It's extra sticky stuff. It's from the fibers of the different cardstock. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and put this on here like that. And then now we can just turn this over and we can add our dimensionals. 1, 2. All right. And now I can go ahead and put this on here. And we have all of our card designs finished. So I really appreciate you taking this class. I hope you had a wonderful time in today's or this week's online class. Okay, look at how fun this is. Okay, there we go. They're all right here. All right, thanks so much for signing up. I hope you guys have a wonderful week and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.